blessed marriages,
Fearless fighters.
and of course, my superhero caregivers. Welcome back to a whole new video. For all of you that are new here, my name is Edgar.
And I am Daisy. And today, we both want to share with you how brain injury changed our lives and our marriage.
Yes, our marriage. It definitely changed our marriage in so many ways.
Yes.
But I would say that the biggest change for me, I don't know about you, but for me, it will be our communication.
Yes.
Would you agree? Let me tell you why. Before the car accident, or when we first got married, we've been married for almost 8 years, correct?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
So we've been married for 8 years, together for 12 years. But the interesting thing is, out of those 8 years, 4 of those years have been with brain injury. Can you believe it? So half we were normal, and then the other half of our marriage, it was brain injury.
Yes.
So let me take you back when we first got married. Within the first year, we were actually talking about getting divorced. That's how bad our marriage was.
Yes.
It was just, I'm gonna leave.
Yes.
You know, that's how bad it was. We talked about divorce, but then, I was like, well, let me at least try. Let me try to make it better. So what happens? I started learning about marriage. I started learning about communication. I started learning about how to make my wife happy. And guess what?
It worked.
It worked. It worked. Yes, we finally reached a happy, blessed marriage. But our happy, blessed marriage did not last long. Because then we had our car accident.
Yes.
But before our car accident, we got to the point where we could actually resolve and communicate and talk about issues and problems, and we would figure it out like in less than 5 minutes.
Fast.
It was fast. We had a problem, we would attack it.
Yes.
Our communication wasn't perfect, but it was excellent.
Almost perfect.
Almost perfect. We figured out how to communicate. We figured out each other's languages.
Yes.
We learned everything, all the strategies that you need to learn when it comes to communication.
Yes.
But after the car accident, after brain injury, those strategies don't work anymore. Unfortunately, mostly everything that we learned went out the window.
Had to be adjusted.
Literally, had to be adjusted because none of that works when it comes to brain injury. So our communication changed
Yes.
360 degrees. And
no, 180 degrees. 'Cause
180?
it's separate to the other side.
Whatever,
Right?
180.
Who says 360?
Who says 360?
180.
I say 360, all circle. Comment below, 360 or 180. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But what happens after our car accident, brain injury, we are not able to communicate anymore.
Yes.
Literally. Now we're taking 3, 4, 5 hours the whole night.
Taking in consideration my healthy, conscious self and my brain injury in consideration, plus his normal self.
Yeah, but they don't know what you're talking about yet.
We will talk about it. I will talk about it with
Yes.
you guys, what I mean.
So now we still haven't mastered communication. We're working on it. We're improving. We're learning new strategies. We're learning new secrets that we're going to share with all of you to improve your communication. But yes, from my point of view, I would say that the thing that changed the most after the car accident, after brain injury, I would say our communication.
In our marriage.
In our marriage.
I
Correct.
agree. I'm with you. I'm with him. Our communication has definitely, I wouldn't say it's bad, because I believe both we have good intentions. Like, we want to get somewhere. It's not like before where it was just like, oh no, he's wrong, he's like,
when we first got married.
Exactly. It's not like that anymore. Now it's just, wait, you're wrong because I just don't understand your point and it just doesn't make sense.
Brain injury makes it very, very challenging.
Yes.
It makes it very difficult to understand each other.
And to explain something to him. It's just, I explained something and he's like, wait, you just said this. How do you... Anyways, a brain injury just complicates things so much. So I would say it would be definitely our communication. like I mentioned before, not so much because we just have that
Yeah.
character, that intention.
Prideful.
Yes, exactly. It's more like a just
Brain injury challenge.
exactly. So I would say that. But what about individual? As an individual person, has brain injury changed you as an individual person?
Individually person,
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
Well, I feel that there's a lot of good things when it comes to brain injury because it has actually made me more patient. I would say, before the brain injury, I was patient. But now, after the brain injury, it requires a whole different level of patience. Believe me. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So I feel that I have become more patient.
Aw, yes, I do see that, baby. Good job. I do see that from him. He has a lot of patience. Yes.
How about you?
Well, me, as an individual person, I have so many, like, to talk about. I have a whole list. But for the better, I would say it has made me a little bit, it has changed my perspective on things, on life. I see it in a more meaningful type of way, valuable way. I mean, every second counts, and before brain injury, our time was very, very special because we were like on time with things.
So straight. We were so strict with our schedule. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. We were so strict with our schedule because we wanted to get somewhere. And we needed to manage our schedule a certain way. And now it's like, I want to manage my schedule, not so much because I want to get somewhere, not with that intention, but because I want to value every single moment. And me personally, I value life differently. In a better way.
In a better way.
You can say.
That's
Yes.
good. I like that.
We would love to know your story. Your story for those who have a brain injury and have gone through that. Those who are married, are in a relationship, or even if you don't have a brain injury. We are a testimony of power, of love, I believe, because it's just, I don't know how to describe it. How, like...
Never give up.
Yes, we never... It was kind of like that moment when, like, we were homeless, and I remember, it was like we were negative in our bank account, and it was just, like, I remember that Edgar was sharing the news with me, what was going on, and then I started to cry. I was like, I'm gonna die, I wanna die, because we're just like, we're homeless, and we have, our bank account is negative, and it just, what are we gonna eat, what are we gonna do?
We were in the car, and then I told her, baby, I have some bad news, but I don't want you to get freaked out, I don't want you to be negative, but there's some bad news. And I actually don't want to tell you because I know how you're gonna react. And she's like, well, what is it? Tell me. And I looked at her and said, are you sure you can handle the news, the bad news? And she's like, yes, tell me. We're negative on their bank account. We were already negative, but now we're even more negative, And at that time it was very difficult because we were actually homeless. So it was a challenge to have some food to eat. On top of that, now we're negative. More negative.
So it was just like, I was crying and I was just like, I want to die, I can't do this anymore. And I remember him holding my hand and just saying, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. And I looked at him and yes, we are. And we did. We got through it. And with brain injury, it felt that exact way. Just, like, we have brain injury. It wasn't under our control, but we're gonna get through this. No matter what, we're gonna find a way, and we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna confront it. So we encourage you guys, all of you, Blessed Marriages and Fearless Fighters, if you are in a relationship, we encourage you to keep going strong, to try everything and anything because of love.
Never give up.
Yes.
Never give up. On top of that,
Never.
you have to be united.
Yes.
United, strong, because two can overcome anything
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.